You know, everything has gone according to plan on this trip, and it's testament to my, very complex planning uh, and visualization of what we want to get out of the journey. But it comes to a point where if you can't find some wild camping because there's a gate shut, there's a road closed, and then the view, you've got bloody nuclear power station, and then the beach that you were going to stay on is radioactive. There comes a point where your plans are just a bag of shite. So I think we're just going to do something completely different now. I just know this is going to be windy. Lovely little park up right in Dunbeath Harbour. Little park up there, and the harbour. Lovely. Bit of a mist coming. It's not cold, but it feels rugged. But lovely. Hopefully there might be some fish here in the morning. Fish breakfast, whatever that might be. But yeah, cracking end to the tour of the east of Scotland, because we're not doing any more. Landscape turned out to be not as nice as the west. But this is a really good place to park up. Well, that was nice. Nice little stopover in Dunbeath. Park up for the night. Make a small donation for the flowers and things that they put out here, which is really nearly nice. I think we'll drop off some money for that. Toilet's just on the other side, so that's always handy. So as a park up or camping, how would you rate Dunbeath Harbourside Park up, Gnasher?
6.
6?
It's got toilets, it's quiet.
7?
Oh, come on, we've rated campsites 7.
Oh, okay then. 6 it is. Right, onwards. Conditions here, clearing. Well, that's it, we're in Aviemore. Our plan B, as we've abandoned going to John O'Groats because there's nothing there. And I didn't like the landscape. So I've driven back to Aviemore, and we've got a plan to climb Britain's second highest mountain tomorrow. So in preparation, we've set up camp in this place in Aviemore. It's like a country park. I can't remember what it's called at the moment. But we're in the middle of the trees. It's really nice and really quiet. Very functional. So we've had a few technical issues. We've had AdBlue issue with the van. It ran out, put it in, didn't register, and it was about to say you can't drive any further. So I phoned Mercedes up and they said put it in while the engine's running, which worked. So back on the road, back to that. Couldn't put the pop top down, that was the other technical issue, probably because it was so windy, and all the flaps got out of the pleating, got out of sequence, and it got trapped. So that was that solved as well. So we've had our beans and sausage preparation for tomorrow's walk. Plenty of protein. Should have had carbohydrates, but that's all we had left in the fridge. So that's it. So now we're just doing final preparations. Game of Scrabble, which Dennis is obviously winning quite comfortably.
By minus 20 points.
Yes, but you know he's always going to make a comeback. And yes, we've had 2 bottles of Prosecco, and the gin and rum are about to come out as well. So good preparation for a hill walk, I must say. Yeah, that's it. All that's got to report for tonight. So on with the walk tomorrow. Anything to add?
No, early start.
Early start. Conditions here today, grey expectations, and we're on the walk to Cairngorm and possibly Ben Magoulis, or Ben Magoulis, I can't remember what it's called. We're at the top, we've reached Aviemore, There's a bit of a cloud inversion going on in the distance there, so when we woke up it was grey, but actually when you get up so high you sort of come above that cloud, and then there's more cloud up there. But anyway, hopefully we'll be alright. I've got my walking sticks, got to that age now, got no map, so this might be the last time. Oh no, I'll leave some diaries so they'll find this camera. We've got sandwiches, we've got plenty of water, we've got protein bars, we're fine. Right, onwards and upwards. Well, we've ascended quite a way from base station, somewhere down there, really high. We're not entirely sure if that is the Ben Magoulis that we're walking up. What's it called? McDewey. We'll find out shortly, because there's a young couple in front of us who are our guides. They're walking to the same place, a bit faster than us, so we're just letting them find the way. And if they head off to the left, then that means that's the summit. We'll find out as we get round this bend, and that'll be our fate in terms of how much more walking we've got left. And unfortunately, that isn't the peak. It's somewhere over that hill. I can't understand it. That looks big enough. Oh well, keep going. Well, you wouldn't know it, but we're just reaching the summit. Ben McDo. I can never pronounce it. I'll get it on the way down. But it's over there, and the cloud's just coming in. So I thought, oh well, I'll film it. It's sunny down where we've come from now. Well, that's that walk done. Let's have a look at the viewpoint. Conditions today, extreme mist. Conditions here on, where are we now? Cairngorm. This is a bit of a detour from our Munros, back in Munros. Anyway, that's enough of that. Get that down. I was going to say a nice cup of tea, but I think in a bottle of gin. Conditions here today, achy sunshine. Well, I'm aching and the sunshine is just about out, which means we've got everything dry before we move off. Back to England, to the Lake District, I think is where we're going next.
Whiskey.
So, whiskey, oh yeah, we're going to a what is it, a whiskey tasting?
Hopefully.
Drinking. Well, you'll be drinking, but don't forget you get a driver's pack, which you can drink at your own leisure. So probably each junction of the M6 is fine. Right, everything packed, got the rubbish. Now, what would be the marks out of 10 for, what's it called?
Dalradi.
Dalradi campsite. Near, I was going to say Ambleside again, Aviemore, near the Cairngorms. It's a well spaced out woodland sort of pitches in the trees, very secluded, lovely when there's hardly anyone here and you've been pitched right on the outskirts because Gnasher upset the woman as we came in. So The facilities, toilets and showers are good. Got electric hookups. Anything else to mention? They've got loads of activities here. Archery, paintballing, bushcrafts. I would like to have done bushcrafts, I think. Yeah, it's really nice. I imagine it's really busy in summer. That's the only other thing. But coming early September, it's lovely. Right. So, how would you mark this, Gnasher? What would you have as marks out of 10?
8.
8 out of 10. Yeah. Right, onto the lake somewhere. Conditions today, brighter, although it is thunderstorms later. And well, anyway, we've hit the road home. We've had a stop off in the lakes. Can't remember what the campsite was called, but it was on Ullswater. Lovely campsite, but we didn't want to rate it because we literally got there late last night because floods in Perth, and set off early this morning to get back home. So yeah, I'm in the passenger seat. Gnasher's at the helm, setting a good pace, steady there. Back of the van looks pretty rough because we just chucked everything in and it is the last day. 297 miles to go, so we should be back at lunchtime and then we'll have a debrief. Well, we're back, and thank goodness for that, because I think I need a shave after 2 weeks of being away. Scotland, though, what a wonderful place, absolutely gorgeous. I started to think about why it was still like it is in terms of you know, the open spaces and this, that and the other. And clearly it's the midges. I think a couple of people told us along the way that this year was a bad year, and also that, you know, people can't live in that environment, and I suppose that's probably true, but in a roundabout way, isn't that good? Because that means it becomes unspoilt. So I think if you can put up with the midges or find a way around it, then Scotland's a really good place to go, and I'm sure we'll probably go back there. And what we did have a letter off Jim Cole from Glenmore when he was younger, as a teenager or sort of around that age, school age. He said that, you don't know whether it was an old wives' tale, but apparently if you rub haggis all over your skin, then that keeps the midges away. And he said he did try that once. However, when he was going back home across the park, he had to run at great speed to avoid 3 or 4 dogs that were suddenly attracted to him. So I'm not sure if that is an old wives' tale or not, Jim, but thanks for that. So the big clean-up begins. Everything's outside drying out because obviously it's quite wet. Some stats on what we did. We did about, what was it now, 1,836 miles, 42.7 miles per gallon, so that wasn't too bad. Ticking the boxes, we cooked in the van. We did a stealth camp, which is what we wanted to do before we left. We did a mixture of the awnings. We had a day awning and the normal Vango awning, although that is absolutely battered now. A few more things fell off it, a couple more tears. I don't know whether you get another summer out of it. We'll probably give it a go. We'll just tape it up. We did some swimming. We saw white-tailed eagles, golden eagles, which was on the tip box, so we've got that sorted, and we got a massive walk-in up UK's second highest mountain. So all things considered, I think we did everything on the list apart from a distillery tour. But I suppose with the amount of alcohol that we were carrying and drank, the van certainly made up for a distillery. Anyway, that's more or less it for the summer season. I think all our trips are more or less done, and we'll take a bit of a break and maybe do something for autumn and winter. Don't know what it'll be yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. We'll take a lot of the learnings of what we've done on these vlogs, what was successful. Clearly I need a microphone. I haven't even listened to any of the footage yet, but I know that half of it is going to be inaudible, because I need a microphone. Until next time, be seeing you. Yeah, I'm just going to do some B-roll of me moving the van. Yeah, and I'll be done then. All right, won't take me a minute. Just going to put the camera on the thing. Right. Oh, what the? Oh, for fuck.